Never miss an episode of Create, Build, and Manage Daily again. Subscribe to our podcast and listen on the go.
Muneeza Ahmed is the CEO of Healthy Moon LLC, which educates and empowers women globally to take health into their own hands. Muneeza, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me here, Scott. It's a pleasure and honor.
Absolutely. No, we appreciate your time. How are you educating and empowering women to reverse the autoimmune symptoms?
So it all started when I was sitting in my car outside my doctor's office, exhausted. I was near tears because once again, the doctor had no answers. I was in for just 10 minutes. The doctor looked at my chart, gave me a quick diagnosis, and then sent me away with pills to treat my symptoms. And I thought, that's it? I'm going to be sick for the rest of my life, and the only answer is pills? I was confused, overwhelmed, and scared. Not good enough, I thought. I decided to take matters into my own hands. And I thought, I know. I'll ask Dr. Google. He will know what to do. I was so desperate that I spent over 2,000 hours looking for answers and ended up becoming an expert on myself, what I needed for me. After all this research, I discovered that food was the real answer to heal. And to put what I learned into practice, I started to change my diet. And what happened in the next few months was nothing short of a miracle. I went from being exhausted to waking up feeling better than I had in years. I went from having no answers to having a clear plan that was actually giving me results. And I went from managing my symptoms with medications to healing my symptoms through food. And I got my life back. And now, as the intuitive medicine woman, for over the past 15 years, I've helped over 10,000 people from 85 countries to reverse their symptoms of chronic illness and get their life back. That is my passion. How we're doing it is by teaching people the information they need to know to heal. The 2,000 hours of research I've done, I think I've done way more than that now. And getting people to understand how important food is through classes, through our membership programs, through private coaching and group coaching. So that's pretty much how we work.
No, what I love about it, and again, listen, you just related to a lot of viewers tonight who have been either there before or they're there currently, and you're so right. And listen, we respect the medical industry, but so often they want to treat the symptom, not actually treat the cause. And what you did is like, I want to find the cause. I love that. I don't want to take pills for the rest of my life. Talk about your Healing Community membership. What's that about?
So the Healing Community membership is, gosh, Scott, all those years ago when I felt so alone, I didn't know where to go. I didn't have a friend. Nobody could understand what I was going through. And as I started to work with people and heal, this is a thing that I heard from everybody, is where do we go? We're so alone. Nobody understands what we're going through. So I created the membership community as it was a dream come true because it was what I would have wanted when I was sick. And I said, it needs to be a place where people can come together, they can learn, they can ask questions, and they can feel the community support, compassion, no judgment, and actually being taken seriously, because a lot of issues with the chronically sick is that when you say you have a symptom or you say you're not feeling well, people don't really believe you. Like a lot of women go through fatigue, and fatigue is one of those things that's not seen. It's not visible. It's on the inside. So when you look like you're functioning and people look at you and say, but you look fine, that's the kind of place we wanted to create where that wouldn't happen, where you could be heard, where you would be believed for what you're going through.
Your website, we want to put that up on the screen for those who are watching tonight, muneezaahmed.com. You can see it right there. And I love what sort of the American culture is just grab your boots, pick yourself up, get back to work, you're going to be fine. Do you feel like the pandemic has made us more focused on our health than we were before?
I would say so. My work has been busier than ever in the last 3 years. More awareness, more people understanding how pathogens affect their bodies, more people being aware that, when you get sick with, say, a flu or even, the bug that was around in the pandemic, you can feel off afterwards. And why is that? And, I happened to discover the work of medical medium that was really powerful in my own healing journey. And that has been helping me help others as well to shift their perspectives, to help them understand what they're doing with their healing. It's just a really important, it's an important thing to understand. People are really starting to take their health into their own hands. People are realizing that there were very few answers available during the pandemic. And so understanding, there was a big explosion in the need for people to understand the basics of their health. And this has actually, unfortunately, I guess because of a pandemic, helped us grow, but really did help because I think it's a good thing in a way, because it's raised so much awareness about what we eat, what we put into our bodies, and what supplements and things we can take to actually support our health.
No, it does make sense. And listen, there's negative, but there's always something positive that can come out of that. So if you don't mind, give us some practical things. What are some things, I know in your own journey you discovered foods you should be eating or foods you should not be eating. So and I know everyone's health is different, but give us some things that we all should consider adding to our diet that we may not be taking right now.
Well, it's interesting you say, what should we add to our diet? So I'll get to that. But first, I want to share, a really key thing that most people miss. And everyone you hear telling you, oh, you should fuel your body with this and that. And, there's a lot of talk about fueling your body. And I'm here to tell you that it's not just about fuel. It's about the building blocks of what you need to put into your body to heal and for your body to function the way it needs to and for your brain to work the way it needs to. And I realize that I'm talking to people here who are business owners and people on a big mission here on BizTV. And business people and people who run organizations also need to be healthy. They need more energy. They need their bodies to function at top performance levels, not just to be successful, but to impact the people their businesses exist for. So one of the things we all need to understand is how healthy cells are made. If you are actually going to be healthy, then you need to understand, what is the building block of your cells? It's the food that you eat. You can eat foods that will create healthy cells, or you can eat foods that will make you sicker and create sicker cells because they're feeding pathogens that are underlying in your body. And some of the foods that these bugs feed are ones that you eat every day. So the 6 main ones that I like to point out to people are eggs, dairy, gluten, corn, soy, and canola. And the last 3 are genetically modified. So coming into what should we add, I recommend lots more fruits and vegetables. And maybe you've heard of a thing called celery juice. You might want to bring that in on an empty stomach in the morning.
Sounds good. Great advice. And we're out of time, but I know there's more advice out there. So I'm going to give your website again. MuneezaAhmed.com is where you can go and connect and learn more. And if you're in that place, take a look at your diet. That may be your key to starting off the new year on a good note. Stick around. This is Create, Build, and Manage Daily.